we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, short little throw to Ebron. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he finds his target, Ebron. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. Ray McCloud deep for Pittsburgh. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 65 yards. And the Steelers. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Nothing our score after 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harris. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side.
You know they pay me extra for this.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Out to his left. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. And a gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the...
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third down, here's Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A give to Harris. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. The 20. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Boswell for the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. Here's Roethlisberger. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
54 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Roethlisberger's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been...
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Going to run the toss here to Harris.
Showtime, baby.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
We can't have that.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself,
Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They run forward with Harris, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coach.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's McLeod on the return. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.